Action Max.
So a little bit of background on the Action Max. In 1987, a company called Worlds of Wonder released a video game console, sort of. Basically, you would plug it into your VCR, and then put this, like, sensor on the TV, and it would basically make a video game out of VCR tapes.
Oh, that's sick.
Okay, Church,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I have a question
Yeah.
about that narrator. Wow, is that Kurt Russell?
Yes,
Oh,
actually.
whoa, this guy looks cool. I like him. I hope we're playing as that guy.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get to meet all the characters very soon.
I mean, I feel like it goes without saying that the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are both made by absolute cowards because neither of them have included a gigantic red light that you have to glue to your fucking TV screen.
I mean,
Right.
Speaking of the PS5, I gotta say, that thing's bigger than this damn plane.
It's true.
I mean, like, you could put a VHS tape into the PlayStation 5.
Come on, Ace. You gonna let that remote...
So, the way it worked is, on the tapes that they would sell with this console, whenever the lights are blinking, you can shoot it with your light gun that comes with the console, and it makes a number go up on the console. That is the only feedback you get through the entire thing.
Cool.
I love the way these planes move. It's like they're attached with, like, string. Like, this is amazing.
So there's another Action Max game that I'm quite sure we're going to be seeing later, where the movement is very much the same, but for something that is definitely not a plane and makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's... The way that they try to, I guess, add difficulty to this game is very artificial. And, like, the thing about the VHS console is, like, the reason Laserdisc took off is you could automatically access any part of the Laserdisc at any time. So you could do, like, randomization, you could have things that branch out into different paths, you could have things like fail states. With a VHS, all you're doing is you're watching a movie and then shooting at things until something happens, irrespective of the things that you're doing.
Okay, but here's one thing for consideration. Most people had VHS players. Nobody had Laserdisc players.
That's
And also,
fair.
here's something else to set into consideration while you're playing this, Chirps. Just remember, the future is set in stone.
It's true. I guess if you think about it that way, it makes sense that the only thing that you can affect is your own score. Much like in real life.
Is, like, the red light at the bottom, at first I thought that was, like, a radar, and I was like, that's stupid, and then I realized it glows whenever you get a point, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, it's put on there to simulate where you would have to put it on the TV if you actually had one of these consoles.
Oh. Does that mean, like, there's something behind that sticker? Like...
Yes, there is also a flashing light behind it. Basically to flash along when a target appears on screen, so that I can figure out when you hit it, more or less.
Wow, this is brilliant design.
Yeah.
Was there ever, like, an Action Max, like, VHS tape that was also, like, a VHS board game?
Not as far as I'm aware. The Action Max, as far as I can tell, had 5 releases, all in the same year, and then immediately went bankrupt.
Huh, I wonder why.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything. Must have just been wrong place, wrong time.
What was the name of that VHS board game? Was that Atmosphere?
Well, there are a lot of them. There's one for, like, Wayne's World that you can buy.
Oh, there were, like that was a common thing?
Yeah, that was a pretty common thing.
There were,
Oh,
like,
huh.
dozens.
Nightmare was the best one, though, because the guy constantly calls you a dirtbag.
Yeah, I think that's the one I was thinking of, like the guy in the cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the Wayne's World one, they keep saying that you have a small penis. So, it's like...
Oh, okay, so that was made for me then, I guess.
Right.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
There's like, in comparison to a lot of the other games, this one just has a lot of talking in it. Like, the people on your team never shut the fuck up.
I mean, that's how you can tell they're friends.
What is this, an Aaron Sorkin show?
Oh, that would be so cool if there was like a reboot with Aaron Sorkin as the writer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine the walk and talk, but while you're walking down the White House halls, you're shooting the interns.
Yeah.
Well, all the interns are terrorists, so...
Oh yeah, it's like the Flash game where you play as George W. Bush shooting the terrorists. I heard Aaron Sorkin wrote for that too.
You can tell when this released in 1987 that, like, the sensibilities were very different. Like, you could just have a character that was supposed to be, like, cool and good, and then they would just have, like, a Confederate flag plastered on their helmet.
I mean, this was like the days of Dukes of Hazzard.
It's true. And you could just name him Alabama.
And nowadays that character has to talk to the audience like, oh, I didn't know about the true implication behind this flag. I hope you can forgive me.
Exactly. One thing also note about the game design is, I guess there are bad things you can do. Sometimes it'll just let you shoot your own guys, and it'll make your score go down.
Oh,
which is
wow.
bad, because you want your score to go up. But again, that is the only metric by which this game knows how to, like, track anything, is whether your score is good or bad.
I think this game kind of ran out of steam. It's just reusing a bunch of parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, is this actually still playing the game, or is this just a montage now?
It is playing the game, but the game is also sort of, like, 50% montage. I mean, I guess it makes sense that you're running the same things. This is supposed to be like a simulation. So, you know, you're just practicing.
Oh, wow, you got C8 points.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the read in the corner as well. Some of the letters and numbers just kind of like are missing parts of their lines.
Back up. I need some help here, Ace.
Well, this is an accurate simulation of the Action Max.
Right.
Back now.
What would be your if you were a flight guy? What would be your flight handle?
Okay, so let's take example of some of these. We have Alabama, who's I guess from the South. We have the Native American Chief, and we've got Trucker. And then you're Ace.
Okay, I know what my nickname would be then.
Okay.
Honky.
Oh, that's a good one. And you could have like a horn on your plane to let the enemy know you're coming
Right,
for them.
like whenever I shoot the missile out of my plane, it plays El Cucaracha.
I was just thinking like a little clown horn that you have on your, like, right by your radio.
Oh, and like my my like oxygen mask has like a clown nose on it also.
And I think this is a great idea.
I think we stumbled into a great character.
Exactly. You know, if I were in it, I think I would probably want to be like, I don't know, I would want to have like a food-based one.
Oh, okay.
I feel like there aren't enough like food-based nicknames out there, so I think it would like really kind of help me stand out a little bit.
So it would be like soup?
I was thinking like nacho. Soup's pretty good though.
You're more of a French fry, really, Chirps.
You know,
Okay,
like
sure.
Alabama is like Alabama, but just like a vowel cut off. So you could be more like
Right.
Dorit, maybe.
Oh, Dorit's good too.
I think a future friend would be Amsterdam.
No, my nickname would clearly be Mayo.
I could maybe go for something like Goop. Like, it doesn't make any sense, makes everyone very confused.
And they pause for half a second before saying your name every time.
Like, looking at a file looking at it a little bit more, squinting a little bit, than looking up and like goop.
So you're saying this is the most chatty out of all the Action Max games, right?
Yeah, it's weird, because then, yeah, they'll just have, like, 2 or 3 minutes where you're just, like, following along some rogue planes, because there's no longer a simulation. You've got, like, real bogies out there.
You know, if I didn't know better, like, at some point I feel like you could have told me that this was, like, procedurally generated somehow, and I would have maybe believed you, because none of this lines up.
As I was playing it, I honestly felt that.
Sonic Fury was the first roguelike.
Also, the only thing they tell you is that you know they're the good guys because they have 2 engines instead of 1. Very hard to keep track of when they fucking move like this. Also when the engines are blocked out by a giant flashing white light.
And also when there are literally 6 planes, like, overlapping each other on the screen.
Yeah, it gets super easy when the crosshairs go across each other. Just shoot your own guy.
Yeah, I understand now why people are so down on the modern Sonic franchise.
Yeah, they don't show it, but you are playing the famous Blue Hedgehog in this plane. Yeah, he was a big military buff for a while.
No, you're thinking of Sonic Furry. Sonic Furry, folks.
Is that anything? You know, ever since Sonic became a military deserter in Sonic Adventure 2, it's been very different for the trajectory of the series.
I mean, Sonic still spends, like, whatever money he makes on his appearances on, like, mil-spec shit, and, like, Sonic is actually, like, a terrible prepper, but, like, the kind who doesn't actually know if anything works.
Yeah, no, he's big Doomsday Prepper kind of guy.
You have domino points now.
Hey, you know what? Those domino points, they'll get you a free pizza.
What's circling behind you, Ace?
Also, this this music, I'm into it. Like, this weird, like, MIDI trying to be Star Wars music.
2 o'clock. I've got the 1 and 2, Ace.
It is certainly ambitious what they're trying to do.
What a move, you said.
Oh, I thought we killed one of our teammates.
Back and take it off. We did it. I'll say we did it. Ace, you were terrific.
I love you.
Robin, the Sonic Leader. Do you copy, Sonic Leader?
Copy, Rocket Robin. We've got hostile aircraft all over out here. Request backup.
That's a negative, Sonic Leader. NORAD has a full security lid on the entire operation. Complete radio silence and no mention outside naval intelligence. Do you copy?
Copy, Rocket Robin.
But
And so no one will know about our amazing work out here.
Got that? Now put a lid on it. Let's do a big 180 and...
Now rewind the VHS tape and return it to the store.
Thank you, Don Klein. Thank you, Dennis Horter. Thank you, Grant Brinton.
I like to think that the quotation marks around the names is meant to make it sound like very sarcastic, like, oh yeah, Alabam was played by...
Right, they all picked their own nicknames, and the person writing the credits really hated it.
Yeah.
Other exciting Action Max game videos.
Alright, we gotta see what else this company has in store for us.
And we will, don't worry.
I like the way that they frame this like it's like you just finished a TV show and they're gonna tell you about what's coming up next.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an Action Max powered TV show?
There is one that is... Captain Power exists, which is... I don't think it's Worlds of Wonder, but it was another company where, like, you would go out and buy, like, action figures and toys, and you would shoot at a TV show. And it would ostensibly affect the outcome of whether or not Captain Power did whatever Captain Power does.
Wow, cool. Finally, they made a show where you the viewer, get to play as Elvis.
Right, you decide the fate And yeah, and then at the end it just tells you how good you are at shooting. Not very, as it turns out.
I mean, I could have told you that far earlier.
But hey, we've got plenty of games to figure that out.